All right, well, I'm going to show you how to get set up with Sideline, use it for the very first time, and caption your first images. So when you open up Sideline, it's really designed to work alongside of Photo Mechanic. And Photo Mechanic is really great, it's really powerful, but it does still take time to caption images. And that's really why we designed Sideline, to complement Photo Mechanic and caption these images for you, but also to work hand in hand with Photo Mechanic because it's so powerful in so many ways. So a couple options here on Sideline, and this is just everything you need to run through in order to get started. You can choose to watch a local folder, or for more advanced users, we have an FTP server option. We'll do a different video on that later, but just assuming you want to watch a local folder, you can choose your watch folder here, and this is just the folder of images that it's going to look for. So when you ingest images to your computer from Photo Mechanic, it'll look for new images in this folder, and those are the ones that will caption. Next, you need to select a matchup or a code replacements file. If you have a code replacements file from Photo Mechanic that's maybe been shared with you, or you've created one manually, you can select that here. Or you can select a matchup that is created with the roster manager. Now, this is what the roster manager looks like. We'll do a different video on this, but you can easily create and edit matchups and pick one here. So I'm going to choose Nichols versus Kentucky Wildcats men's basketball for this set. Next, you have a couple options. If you want to speed up your workflow even more, you can choose to caption the tagged photos first. I'm just going to leave that off in this case. Or if you want filtering options, you can select that you want to caption filtered photos only, either by tagged status in Photo Mechanic, by a particular star rating, or by a color class in Photo Mechanic. And you can select and deselect as it makes sense. I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to do that here. Next, we get to identify our sport. In this case, we're using basketball, but we have a lot of different options and we're always adding more to this list. So for here, it's basketball. And then you have the option of turning on or off identifying teams by jersey color. If you do turn it off, you are going to get a warning because you do generally get better, more accurate captions if you have that turned on. So you can select the jersey color for each team. In this case, Kentucky is in the white, Nichols is in the red. Then coming down here to image processing, you can select to automatically caption new images that are added to the folder, and you'll see it'll scan the folder every 10 seconds, look for new images that are added, and just automatically caption those. But I'm going to turn that off for now. You can decide whether to overwrite existing captions, or if there are images that you have already captioned that already have a caption present, you can just leave those be by turning this option off. And finally, we have options to modify photos after Sideline captions them. So you can either change the rating in Photo Mechanic, or you can add a particular color class to those pictures to let them know, or to let yourself know, hey, I've already captioned these, or Sideline has already captioned these for me. From there, all there is left to do is caption the images. So you can either select images one by one, and if you do select images that have an XMP file alongside of them, we do want you to select both of those. Or you can choose to caption all images in a folder. So that's really all of the stuff you need to get set up with Sideline. Now, for best results, we recommend importing with an IPTC metadata template, and there will be a different video on that, so check that out on the homepage as well. But that's really all you need to get started with Sideline. I am going to open up settings and just show you a few settings that you may want to configure. Obviously, we have things like our license key, our open API key, but then we have a few different options as well. There is an option to auto launch with Photo Mechanic. So anytime you open up Photo Mechanic and start ingesting images, Sideline will go ahead and open up in the background so that you're ready to use it. Or if you have auto caption turned on, it'll just start captioning images automatically. We do also have an option to keep Sideline in the menu bar and to keep the icon in the dock. And so when you come up here to the menu bar item, you can click on it and it will give you the same view that you have in the main app. It's just a little bit more easily accessible. And you can either choose to show the popover or show the main window. If for some reason you need to see the onboarding steps again, you can do that. We also have a guide on the IPTC fields that you need to include here, but again, there will be a different video on that. And we have a link back to our website for tutorials and documentation. Of course, we have our captioning options here, so you can choose the style you want. Just in case the AI is not able to write a caption, you can either choose to leave that field blank or have it attempt to write one and give its best guess. If you record audio files alongside any of your images to give extra context to an image, Sideline can use those. So just keep this toggle turned on here, and it will prioritize what's in the audio file over what it sees in the picture. We do also have an option to write player names to the keywords, just in case you use keywords and you want to write player names to those for easier search and identification down the road. And you always have an option to append your credit to the caption. Now, we recommend putting your credit in the IPTC template when you import photos, but just in case you forget or it's missing or something like that, we do have an option here to write a default copyright to that. We do have options for FTP mode, but I'll get into that later. And then you can see there's a statistics tab over here as well. So that's really all you need to do to caption images. If I go ahead and hit caption here, you will see it's found 14 files. It will go ahead and prepare those for me, and then it will caption them one by one with a time estimate of how long it will take. These are some nice beefy files. They are all raw files, but I should note, because when we shoot raw files, we're actually using the embedded JPEG previews. We are only, each of these images are only about 1/4 of a megabyte, and so they do send off pretty quickly. The slowest part is actually having the AI look at the image, analyze it, match that against a player, and then generate a caption for it. But it does go pretty quickly. So I'm not going to sit here and wait for these to finish, but that is essentially how it is done. So that's a quick overview of everything you need to know about Sideline, everything you need to know to get started. Look forward to seeing what you think.